Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube users. This is Philip Reynolds, and I just got back from doing some shopping tonight. I had to go out and get my medicines from Kroger, but the other place I went to was a place, and I'm giving a shout out to them tonight to do my gaming projects. And that's the UPS store. It's kind of at the Newport Pavilion. It's near the Kroger's where I do my shopping and stuff like that. And I kind of want to. This is, of course, is my red, white, and blue boxing. But I wanted to show you what is in there. And this is what I had kind of done. First of all, I showed you the Wonelli football set yesterday, and I had the yard markers for the 10 yard line mark, for every 10 yards. I had those laminated, and I had the scoreboard and the downs marker laminated. Of course, in my football, there's only 3 downs, not 4. So yeah, I won't be using 4 downs. I'll be using 3. And then the other thing I had printed out was the Wonelli college football board game rules. And now we get to the good stuff. Because I got the 2019 Scrammatures printed out, 2018 Scrammatures put out, and I've got let's see. I believe this is the 2014 World Stock Car Racing Championship cars. And it's just there's no TV drivers in this, but it also comes with 8. You can see it right there. It comes with 8 courses. Now, I don't know if these are fictional or not. I'm assuming that they are, because there's no I except for Talladega on here, I think all the other ones are just fictional races. You've got the Euro Speedway Lizitz. You got the Autodrome Saint Eustatia in Canada. In China, you have the Chengdu Goldport track. You have the Velo Park in Brazil. You have the Autodrome in Moscow. You have the Calder Park Raceway Thunderdome in Australia. Talladega Superspeedway, and then you have the Autodrome Internationals de Aguas Calientes in Mexico. So I don't know if those are actual courses or not, but these are all the freebies that you can get from the play.com, the play.com set. So that's what I got. Is I got the freebies all printed out. And to get these printed, to get my laminations printed, and to get these instruction booklets, this instruction booklet printed, it was $7. So it wasn't that bad at all. Now, what I might do is see what they can do with the inside pitch. I think I'll go there Saturday after I get my income taxes done and see how much how much it will be to make a copy of Inside Pitch baseball game, because I would really like to have that, and if I can get it for less than $90, I would get it in a heartbeat. And I might even ask them the idea of, well, I don't really have to have them laminated or anything, but just I just want to get an estimate. So, but one option, and that's the reason why I'm shouting out the UPS store. One option is to use the UPS store for your needs. I use it because it's like 2 or 3 minutes from my house, and I know that they do gaming projects. So you might want to check into it for yourself, see if it's feasible for you. I do have something I wanted to ask Rob, and let me, while I'm thinking of it, I want to get the letter that he sent me yesterday. So just a second, guys, hold on. Ah. What I wanted to ask Rob is if he had not so much the fictional players, because they turned out fine. I was wondering, Rob, if you could send me. I was wondering if you had the color PDF file for the golf course that you gave me. Because if you did, I would like you to send me the PDF files for that, because I would like to print this out at the UPS store. But I don't want the black and white PDF files. I want the color PDF files. So if you have those, please email that information to me. My email address is spiritpray64@gmail.com. Please subscribe and turn on notifications. If you have a game idea, or if you have any kind of freebies or anything dealing with games and that, give me I'm all in for free information and stuff like that. And another thing I wanted to ask is where people go to get the envelopes, and I think from what I understand, they're the Coin 7 stock type envelopes. Where do you get them from? And as far as I know, there's people that make all you basically have to do is tell them the year, and they'll put the information with regards to the your sets for all the teams that you have. I when Chris sent me his, he had the 2017 set that way, and I really like that. That's really really nice, and that's really the way I want to store my. That's really the way I want to store my uh, strat cards, uh, and it would also be good for the APA cards, but they're the ones that he gave me are a little bit bigger, but that's fine. Just I had to step away again for a second. Yeah, I love these envelopes. And Chris, I don't know who made these for you. If you could give that person's information and email address and stuff like that, because I would love to get all my cards into envelopes like this, especially, well, at least my strat cards. I would like to have them like this for my APA cards too. That way I can put my strat and my APA kind of together. Oh, wait a minute. We can't do that. Big controversy if I did that is to put mix and match strat and APA cards. I'd have the demons of hell on me for that one. But the last thing I wanted to mention is I've got my card for Friday. It will be Joe Frazier and Sonny Liston. And I'm thinking if this doesn't go too late, I'm going to maybe do a second match. And if I do a second match, it will be middleweights. And I'm thinking I'm doing well enough to do. I'm getting more comfortable with it. A match will seems to last about an hour and a half or so. So what I'll do is I would do a match, take about a 15, 20-minute break, and then come back and do a second match. But the heavyweight in the first card for the night will be Sonny Liston versus Joe Frazier, and that will be very interesting to see. And Brian, I saw and I responded to your text in I forgot where it was, but it was with one of my Pavilion videos, and it dealt with the red, white, and blue racing. I know that Rob, what he does is he has top as the one dice, 2 is the middle, and 3 is the bottom. 4 and 5 he rolls for, and 6 is the 6 is the pedal to the metal. And so basically you could have what is it, top, middle, bottom, top, bottom, and then pedal to the metal. But if I were going to do it, I'd have top, middle, bottom. Good to see you, Roger. Good to see you, Chris. I'm just kind of showing some things that I got done today. I got some stuff done. and I'm kind of showing that. Got some got the red, white, and blue freebie stuff printed out today. Um, and I was in the process of talking about Brian and how he sent me a message and how uh, he told me that he wanted to do more to try to get the bottom of the group um, up to the front, have a better chance. Well, Brian, here's my thought on it. If you want to really make it interesting, you have the top, middle, bottom group. The 4 dice is what I would call flip. And what I mean by that is that everybody from the back group goes to the front group. You basically reverse order everything. The only exception to that is if anybody in that turn gets moved to the back, stays in the back, whether via crash or because they couldn't fix some, couldn't, they had, they fixed their car and they had to be moved to the back or something like that. That's what I would have for the fifth. Number 5 is what I would roll. So either the top, the middle, or the bottom would have 2 chances and not just one. And then your 6th would be your pedal to the metal. And I even thought of a variation on that, and that's the fact that on basically on odd times that the 6 comes up, which basically the first time you use it, you could use it as a dual. The second time you use it, it becomes pedal to the metal, and then you alternate each time, so you still incorporate the dual. And the reason why I say that is because I would like to do it to where the very first lap you do a pedal to the metal to start, and then the last lap you do a pedal to the metal to finish, kind of like a last push to get to the front. Might do it like a sprint or mod race. They have 22 lap heats in reverse after each, and a 10 lap main. You could go 10 10 5 for a shorter race. Yeah, because in short track racing, a lot of times what happens, and I have watched NASCAR, and in their short track races, what they'll do is if it's like a 15 lap race, at lap 7 when they come back out of the pits, the last guy is first, and then your first guy winds up becoming last. I don't know if they make the caveat that I would, in that if somebody crashes or moves to the back, that they have to stay in the back. I don't know if they do it that way or not, but that's the way I would do it, for the simple fact that if I know lap 7's coming up, if I were a driver, I'd intentionally wreck or injure my car so that when I come out, I'd be in the pole. and that every point in a NASCAR race is crucial for stated point leading standings. And since Chris is here, Chris, I need you to give me the information on the guy who created these envelopes for you, because I would like to get my strat sets into these envelopes. I love these envelopes. And I also want to eventually get my uh, APA cards in these as well. I just love these cards. Um, I realize that's probably a lot of money, but you know, preserving the cards are pretty much of utmost importance. But Chris, the not Chris, but like I said, Rob, if you have the color PDF files for this History Maker golf courses, I would love to have them because, I mean, it's great. I understand what all this is. Like 11, 12, 13 there means water. The 3 underneath is sand. The 22 where it says 22 there is it's in the weeds or grass. I think the 23 there is the idea of it's a hole in one. And trees and that. I understand that, but it would look better if it was in color. So if you know that have the colored PDF files, I would like that because then I can go to I would go to UPS, the UPS store, and print these out in that. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. Short, sweet, and pretty much to the point. What kind of projects do you have in store for us, Chris? Anything that we should be aware about? So, but when I get my strat set, I'm going to be doing the 41 Yankees versus the 69 Mets. Um, and I believe that 69 Mets, I think that's the Miracle Mets set. So that'll be really, really nice because I'll get to try them out. And I think nothing going on in the channel. Oh, that's a bummer. Uh, you ought to. I know this sounds. Oh, you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, Roger? That would be great. The more people that we have showing the games is great. Is there any particular game that you're thinking about doing? Is there a particular game that you would like to do a YouTube channel on? It hasn't been for a while. Got to be for now. What I'd like, I mean, I know this sounds weird and might sound weird, but what I would like to see is, uh, I know that you said you do Dungeons and Dragons stuff, Chris. I think it would be neat for you to get your Dungeons and Dragons group together and videotape a few sessions of that. Um, more more likely Pine Tar Baseball and Superstar Baseball too. I've heard of Pine Tar Baseball. I know that Al Red Sox fan has been using it lately. I um, don't really know enough about Pine Tar Baseball too much. Oh, thought about it. Don't have the gear. Yeah. Maybe I know that one of the things I'm thinking about doing is possibly um, at the new church I go to on Saturday nights, which is called Seven Hills Church here. It's in Florence. But what I'm thinking about possibly doing is getting on the audio visual crew, and so that not only to help the church out, but also to maybe learn some tips and tricks for creating home videos and stuff like that. And by home videos, I mean to help my gaming videos uh, be better in that. Because I know that the cameras that I use are basically I have two $30 cameras and like tabletop tripod mounts. All right, take care, Chris. We love you. Don't forget to shout me out the info for those envelopes. Email me the information on that because I would like to contact whoever that is. Um, but I hope all your games are good ones. Roger, you got my vote. Just uh, come on here and let us know when you plan on doing your, uh, plan on doing your Pine Tar or your Superstar Baseball, and I'll get you on my channel here and tell you to tell us what you're doing and stuff like that. And guys, good night. I love you. And if there's anything I can do to promote anybody, um, I'm here. I'm your man. Um, and I love the things that Rob's doing. I think Rob's idea is great because it's only going to further advance our community. And I know that I'm a big Strat guy. I'm a big Appa guy. Um, I would like to be able to mix and match my sets and play in a league against, Chris or Roger or Dave Little or ID Jester. You know, I think it would be awesome to do. Um, I mean, I would probably, if I picked a team, I'd probably have the best possible Reds lineup go up against ID Jester's best possible Cardinals lineup. Um, and then there's one person I know that does the Yankees and one person that does the Mets. It would be neat to see the Miracle Mets versus the Big Red Machine. I think that would be interesting, especially considering that Tom Seaver was a rookie with the Mets. I think he was a rookie with the Mets then. If not, he was one or two. You do Tigers. You might want to check out the 68 Tigers because the 68 Tigers won the World Series, and that's the big Tiger team. So you might want to check that out and do a few runs with the Tigers if you can. So that would be my suggestion for you, Rogers, to do a few practice games with the Tigers. And there is one uh, there is one retraction I have to make, and that's the fact that Rusty Staub and Willie Stargell weren't on the same teams together. I thought maybe they were, but they're not. Um, hey Roger, are you do you live in Detroit? Just curious. Are you in Michigan? I know that. I mean, I'm minutes from downtown Cincinnati, so I've grown up watching the Reds since I was like 6. You know, my mom and dad would take us to the park whenever they could because it was nice, fun entertainment. It's a great way to spend time with family in that. Um, and I did go to a few Bengals games. Oh, grew up in Pontiac, live in Tennessee now. Um, yeah, I'd have to say that it would be really neat to probably see Tennessee with a a baseball team. That would be nice to see Tennessee with a baseball team. Although I think they have a minor league team in Nashville, don't they? I'm I'm not positive on that, but I think they do have a minor league baseball team. What is the name of the minor league team? Do you know, Roger? And do you know who they're affiliated with by chance? Which major league team? I know that Triple A in Nashville and Double A in Knoxville. Do you know which baseball teams they're affiliated with by chance? I know that I think Nashville Sounds and the Tennessee Smokies. And I know that I think the Louisville Bats in Louisville are affiliated with the Reds, if I'm not mistaken. Smokies are Cubs. What about the Sounds? Oh, Nashville is Cards, I think. Oh, another reason why I should avoid Nashville. just teasing on that one. Um, but yeah, keep us surprised. Let us know when you plan on actually televising live sometime. I'll actually have you come on my StreamYard and I'll interview you and stuff like that, um, and give you a shout out. Uh, whenever Roger's ready, guys, we'll put him on the spotlight and uh, look look for his upcoming channel. We'll call it. Um, and So if you know Roger, make sure you're a friend of his on YouTube. Become a friend of his on YouTube because he's getting ready to possibly start a, uh, a YouTube channel. It doesn't. I mean, my gear, other than my computer, is like I have two $30 cameras. I mean, I'd have to. Here, I'll show. I had to change to my white, but see, this is my. I have two of these cameras, and they're the camera is like $30, and the tripod is only like $10, $12 at most. So you're talking $45. So basically, my setup is $90 as far as the camera goes. But I would like to have a I would like to have a GoPro because what I want to do, if somebody can teach me how to do this is what I want to do. I personally drive on Liberty Street every morning going to work. And on Liberty Street, on my way to work, I pass Ezra Charles every morning on my way to work. that's the gym. That building is where Ezra Charles, when he was alive, where he trained, from what I understand. I also have heard that sometime this spring, the makers of the Reds players at the U.S. Bank ballpark down there, the people that have made the statues and stuff, are going to make a statue of him, and they're going to put it in a park that he passed, that they know that he passed on his when he would train every day. I don't know what park that is. I have no clue, but I have heard that. Whenever I find out more information about it, if I could get off that day and actually, be a part of that commencement speech and all that stuff, and the unveiling of the statue, that would be awesome. Oh, Nashville is. Oh, well, that's better. That's better. That's better. But yeah, but what I'd like to do is if I'd like to take a like a GoPro camera, do a video presentation, and then come on live and show you the video presentation, and have me here and have the presentation in the other screen. But I don't know how to do that. That's something that somebody would have to teach me how to do. So, but Roger, you have a good night. Guys, I love you. God loves you. And may all your baseball game rolls be 1s and 66s. If you're playing Glory Days boxing like I do on Friday nights, I hope you get TKOs or unanimous decisions or split decisions. Oh, that's good. Yeah, please do, Roger. And Roger, this is for you. Take down my email address, and if there's any way I can help you or anything, and Chris would help you. I'd help you. Rob would help you. Any of the guys will help you. But it's the idea of we need to get out there and teach people our game, show them how to do it, type thing. It's a learning thing. We're here to learn, and we're here to learn. And here's an example. I got to learn college football now. I mean, I watch it on occasion, but I have to learn how to play it. But I'm also going to be using my rules and not strictly all the rules that are in here. But that's what makes gaming fun is if there's something that you don't like in a game, you can throw that out and make your own home rules. That's how Monopoly got people to, instead of having free parking be free, you put all the money in the pot. When you landed on it, you get the money. Or that's how you got in Monopoly that when you landed on Go, rather than getting $200, you get $400. And I mean, I like Rob's pedal to the metal, and I just told you go back and watch my earlier part of this particular episode, and you saw me telling Brian Gorman some tips on how I would make Rob's pedal to the metal a little bit more exciting than that. So good night, guys. I love you. Take care. And Roger, keep in touch with me because, like I said, any way I can help, count me in.